Crystalis, new from SNK. For play on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Are you up to the challenge?
Released in 1990 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Crystalis is a game that holds a special place in the hearts of many retro gaming enthusiasts. Known in Japan as Godslayer, Haruka Tenku no Sonata, this action RPG from SNK came at a time when the genre was still finding its feet on home consoles. While it might not have received the same level of recognition as The Legend of Zelda or Final Fantasy in its heyday, Crystalis offered a unique blend of action, exploration, and storytelling that made it stand out as a cult classic. Today, thanks to Nintendo Switch Online, players can experience this gem all over again or for the first time. Before diving into the gameplay, it's important to note some of the differences between the Japanese and US versions of Crystalis. The most notable change is the title. In Japan, the game was released as Godslayer, Haruka Tenku no Sonata, which translates roughly to Godslayer, Sonata of the Faraway Sky. The title was changed for the US release to avoid potential controversy over the term Godslayer. Additionally, there were a few minor alterations in terms of content. For instance, the Japanese version contains some dialogue and item names that were altered or simplified for the Western audience, likely due to localization constraints and cultural considerations. Another difference is the game's ending, where the US version has a slightly altered ending text that provided a more straightforward conclusion. However, these changes were relatively minimal and did not significantly affect the core gameplay experience between the two versions. One of the standout features of Crystalis is its unique setting and narrative. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world where advanced technology has been lost, and humanity has reverted to a more primitive state. This intriguing mix of fantasy and sci-fi was quite ambitious for an 8-bit title, and provided a fresh backdrop compared to the more traditional medieval settings of other RPGs of the era. From a gameplay perspective, Crystalis combines fast-paced action with RPG elements. Players control a protagonist who wakes from cryogenic sleep to find themselves in a world plagued by evil. Armed initially with a simple sword, you gradually collect elemental swords that allow you to solve puzzles and defeat enemies with different strengths and weaknesses. This blending of action-based combat with strategic planning gives Crystalis a unique feel that still holds up today. The music and graphics of Crystalis are also worth mentioning. The NES was not known for its graphical prowess, but Crystalis managed to push the system's limits with detailed environments and character sprites. The game's soundtrack is equally memorable, with catchy tunes that set the mood perfectly for each stage of your adventure. Despite its many strengths, Crystalis is not without its flaws. The game's pacing can be uneven at times, with certain sections feeling like a grind due to the necessity of leveling up. Some players might find the hit detection and collision mechanics a bit finicky, especially when compared to the more polished controls of other NES action titles. Additionally, the game's inventory system can be cumbersome, particularly when needing to switch items or use specific spells during heated battles. Another point of frustration for some players is the occasionally vague direction the game provides. Unlike modern titles that guide players with maps or quest logs, Crystalis often requires you to explore and experiment to figure out where to go next. While this encourages exploration, it can also lead to moments of confusion or aimlessness. Despite these minor issues, Crystalis remains a beloved title for many NES fans and stands as a testament to SNK's ability to craft engaging action RPGs. For those who missed it the first time around or are simply looking to relive their childhood memories, Crystalis is now available to play through Nintendo Switch Online. This makes it more accessible than ever, allowing a new generation of gamers to discover its magic. In the end, Crystalis is a game that captures the spirit of adventure and the thrill of discovery that defines the best of the 8-bit era. Its unique blend of action and RPG elements, combined with its distinctive setting, makes it a standout title that is worth revisiting. So grab your Joy-Cons, power up your Switch, and embark on a journey back to a simpler time when all you needed was a sword, some spells, and a desire to save the world. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching.